Hello. I hope you're enjoying the first time storytelling summit so far and are getting inspired to start sharing stories so that you can connect and grow closer to the people in your life and the people you meet. I'm Laurel House, and I'm a celebrity dating and relationship coach, host of Man Whisperer podcast, and creator of Love Actually Academy, teaching clients how to communicate your needs in order to get what you want. Now, when it comes to dating, storytelling is essential. It's an emotional connector that can create attraction and even that elusive chemistry. And it's time to start telling stories of fun, depth, fears, turning points, mid-course corrections, lifestyle, passions, and your dating purpose immediately, even on the first date. But you have to be prepared. Now, I'm not suggesting to be scripted, but you should have purpose-driven stories that communicate your specific needs and wants, core values, lifestyle, red flags, yes, your red flags, as well as your can't stands. When you go on your first date, be clear, prepared, and on purpose. Not on purpose to hook up or see if there's chemistry, but instead on purpose to create a connection and explore who each other is through your strategic stories. It's not just you who will be sharing, though you might be the one initiating, being the example of your expectation by sharing your story first and modeling the style and the depth that you would like your date to share next. Now, here are a few points to keep in mind. You want to frame your stories in what I call the U strategy. Positivity, drop down into some vulnerability, and back up into positivity. Don't let any story go beyond 5 minutes, or you might be having a monologue instead of a conversation. Focus on a few key details that paint a picture so that your date can almost experience the story with you. Once your story is done, give them space to respond, to soak it in, to ask some questions. Then turn around and ask them questions that will help them to tell you a similar story. Look at stories as the trunk of a tree. There are hundreds of opportunities to offshoot the story into different branches, different directions, revealing different insights about both you and your date. Any story can incorporate emotional depth if you go into the why and the feeling beneath the story. There are endless amounts of stories and experiences that we can tell, but a limited number of universal feelings to share. Attach each story to a feeling that your date might be able to relate to. I might not get your story about being a semi-pro football player, but I will connect with the persistence and dedication that's required to practice, the physical and emotional pain from defeat, the power and thrill and pride of a win, and the scary life reconstruction when deciding to give it all up and take a totally different path in order to pursue other priorities. Having stories prepared that set you up for confidently vulnerable conversations allow you to have real, deep, and connecting conversations while simultaneously illuminating and extracting truths, needs, and expectations in a relationship. Now, all of that being said, dump your laundry list. Paper perfect is not enough, and it's not what you should be looking for. How do you feel when you're with them? Other people bring out different sides of ourselves, every single person that we associate with. It's not necessarily them who makes you feel funny, smart, interesting, stressed. It's the feeling that is enlivened within you when you're with them. Conversation helps to illuminate who you are when you are with them. Same thing comes with them. The conversation will illuminate who they are when they are with you, which might be different from who they are with their ex, with their boss, with their sister, with their child, with their friends, with their whoever's. Conversation is the core of relationships because that's what allows you to reveal. Now, of course, trust, understanding. Yes, those are all absolute needs in a relationship. I mean, needs. This is not part of your laundry list. It is a need. A need is what you absolutely must have in order for the relationship to survive. And those are needs. Conversation is what helps to reveal your needs and extract their needs so that you can learn about them too. I hope you learned something about how to communicate on a date. Yes, even on a first date. I know it might be scary, but why waste time? Why wait to go on 5 dates before you find out their truth? Let them know. And before they find out your truth, what if one of your realities is a complete red flag and a total non-starter for them? Well, why do you want to emotionally, physically, financially invest if there's absolutely no chance that you guys are going to be together because of whatever this red flag is? And the same with the other side. Now, that's why storytelling is also about strategy. You have to strategically communicate these red flag stories. You have to strategically communicate who you are. You have to strategically extract their red flag stories so that you can find out who they are too. And many of that is, yes, on the first date. And I know that might seem scary because I have so many clients who they say, oh yeah, on a first date, I'm really fun. I don't go into the deep stuff. I don't tell them the deep stuff about me because they don't deserve that yet. They haven't earned that trust. But a lot of those deep things, those vulnerabilities, those red flags, they are truths. It's the truth of who you, they can go research it and find out probably. Now, I don't want you to express things and get into conversations that you wouldn't want to share with someone who you don't know, someone who now they have this information, like they have something to hold against you. That's not what you would want to go into. But you want to go into things that are important, things that show, that help to explain who you are, that will allow someone to understand who you are. This includes children. This includes exes, divorces, regrets, shames. Now, certain shames, not all of them, but certain shames, you want to be able to communicate these things. You want, in the use strategy, to let them know what it was. I've learned so much in my life. Some of it through this pain, through this divorce, through this whatever it was. And in the end, I've come out stronger and I'm clearer. And now I know that I'm in a place where I have all of these great things and I'm ready to find that real relationship or whatever it is, which is also why your dating purpose needs to be discussed strategically on a first date. And these are all things that I help my clients do because it's hard and it's scary to be honest, to let someone in. Even if these are things that are just facts about you. And sometimes it's the little details. If you think about where was I? Where am I? Where am I going? Or who was I? Who am I? And who do I want to become? That's all so revealing. The past, present, future. Think about that when telling your stories. Think about that when designing your use strategy, when framing the way that you're going to tell the story so that you can have a purpose, so that you're on purpose, so that you get your point across, so that you have that clarity, and so that you don't also end up just talking. And then you want to definitely make sure you reverse it and have them tell a similar type of story. So anyway, thank you so much and happy dating. And even if you're in a relationship that you've been in, you might not have explored some of these very important conversations. So no matter where you are in the dating relationship sphere, now is the time to start talking, to start having those confidently vulnerable stories that will allow people in so that they see you, so that you can feel seen. So that you can feel not alone, so you can feel like you're in this together. I mean, if you want to talk about attraction, if you want to talk about sexy, if you want to talk about chemistry, that's where it is. All right, guys, I'm Laurel House. Thanks so much for watching.